Welcome back in, everyone. Well, I know it's been extremely cold lately, but you got to get prepared and plan ahead if you're wanting to get into some gardening this spring. Here to talk about that is Selena Alcantar with Unity Gardens. We were talking about this. It's just such a unique program that you guys have. First of all, start off by telling us what Unity Gardens is.
Sure. So Unity Gardens is a local nonprofit here in South Bend that aims to connect people to fresh food, nature, and one another. So in order to do that, we are most known for our free pick gardens all over the city and even beyond, where people from the entire community, regardless of income, address, race, religion, can come together and harvest free fresh food. But in addition to that, we also offer community events to get people engaged with each other, because healthy food is not the only thing that a healthy person needs. They need healthy relationships and community. And then we also host classes so that people have the opportunity to take the power of accessing fresh food into their own homes.
Fantastic. Multiple facets, a community resource, engagement, and teaching people new skills, right? That's really great, because if you didn't have someone growing up that maybe was a gardener or worked in the garden, you might not really know where to start. So these classes are free, you said. You have two different categories, the orchard classes and the garden classes, and the orchard ones are underway now?
Yes, so tonight is a kickoff to our orchard classes, actually. Our garden ones have been going for a little bit, but if there's any orchard class to go to, it's the one tonight. It's going to be the most of an overview of what the rest of the series will talk about. So definitely come check that one out if you have any interest growing things like strawberries, raspberries, apples, pears, anything like that.
Perfect. So how long have these classes been going on? Is this a new thing that's being offered?
We've been trying to do it for every year, having a garden series, and this is, I think, our second year doing orchards to include that fruit that people like a little bit more than vegetables sometimes.
Sure.
But we have been out in the community teaching classes for as long as we've been planting seeds, whether it be informal or not. But the garden classes started in January, so we're a little midway, but seed starting is this week, so this is a great one to get started if you haven't been to any of them yet.
Wonderful. And if you haven't been to any of them, where do you go? How do you participate?
Yeah, well, we're on the west side of South Bend on 3701 Prass Boulevard, but you can zoom into all of our classes online, because we know sometimes traveling during this time of year isn't very fun.
So this is for someone, don't be intimidated, right? If you have not done anything with growing fruit, you're a good candidate, right?
Yeah, it's great for people who want to just start, or people who want to be able to have the space to ask questions for more in-depth conversation as well.
So you see a wide range of participants.
Absolutely.
What's been some of the feedback that you guys have gotten so far on the classes?
It's been pretty positive. People are excited to start learning things and realizing how easy it is to do these things on their own. You don't have to put an orchard of 20 trees down. You don't have to start a vegetable garden that'll sustain your family for the entire year. It can be as simple as having the opportunity to grab a fresh tomato for your BLT.
It tastes so good, right?
Better than the store.
Right, and you don't have to have a lot of land. We were talking, because I live in a rental home, so there are, you said, above ground gardening options as well?
Yeah, we'll have a small containers class we're going to do, especially for people who live in apartments and just have a balcony maybe.
Sure.
But there's definitely a lot of ways people can get involved with gardening.
Wonderful. So yeah, on that full screen we have dates of the next classes coming up for the Orchard series and the Garden series. But I really like what you said about you don't have to physically be there. So if you're watching this and you live, in Benton Harbor or, one of our other southwestern Michigan counties, you can participate too.
Absolutely. With the orchard classes, it definitely benefits to be there in person, because we have an orchard on site that we'll walk through after class in order to touch on some of the points for visual learners.
Sure.
But all of the information audibly will be communicated through Zoom as well.
How do you guys make all this happen? This is a free, wonderful resource. How is this all possible?
We would be nowhere without the community, whether it be someone that shares our story and our mission, someone that donates or sponsors our events, or even someone that just comes to volunteer and help out. It's incredible to see what a beautiful community we have right here in our neighborhoods.
Absolutely. And again, final thoughts. Do you have to register for the classes?
Registration is optional. It just helps us get an idea of a head count, and also give people who need a little reminder email, like, oh, classes tonight.
Sure.
But it is not required, so if you decide this morning that you want to come, please, we'll be happy to have you.
Fantastic. Again, what time is the one tonight?
Tonight is at 5:45 to 7.
Okay. Thank you, Selena. I appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching. We'll be right back.